Now, in the Hebrew language, there's 22 letters, and every letter has a picture connected to it. That's different. So when we get to looking at the difference between man and woman, here's what we find. They both have 3 characters each. 2 of them are the same for each. 2 of these letters that have a picture connected to each one, both man and the woman have the same. And then there's one different between each one, which we would expect. So what are the pictures? Well, the first picture that's the same between man and woman is an ox head. That's pretty funny, isn't it? But what does ox head mean in Hebrew? It means leadership and strength and first. So both the man and the woman, God assigned leadership and he assigned strength to both. The second letter that's in both is teeth. That's kind of odd, isn't it? Yeah, we appreciate people that have teeth, right? But what does teeth mean? It means to rip or to tear or to destroy. Both of them have teeth in the name, embedded in man and woman, to rip, tear, or destroy. Now, what's the distinction? In the man, you will find a distinction of a hand at work. A hand at work. In other words, you find some kind of exertion of the hand happening. He's reaching into something. And for the woman, the distinction is reveal, see, behold. That's the character that's in the woman. And so what we have, we put this together, is that when you take, now the other odd thing about the Hebrew language is that if you take one letter from one place and another letter from another place and you combine it together, you get a different picture than they were individually. And so you take the distinction between man and woman and you combine them together and you get fire, which is exactly spells the word Yah, which is God. The word for God is fire. So what you one Bible scholar looked at it this way: when the man works with his hand and he sacrifices, then out of the woman you have fire coming out. And both combined together, you have the purposes of God being established. You need both. It's not just the sacrifice, you also need the fire. And he separated out both and said, now the other fascinating thing about that is that without God in your marriage, you have the ability to rip each other apart. That's in your DNA that God put in there. Without him being the center, you have this teeth element in both, and you will look at each other and you'll rip each other apart. But with God in the center of your marriage, you will combine together and you say, no, the devil's coming against us. He's coming in between us. It's the devil. It's not her. It's not me. It's the devil. Therefore, combined together, we're going to rip the devil apart and we're going to go forward with the purposes of God.